Yeah, so I have been a member of the Academy for Eating Disorders since I was a doctoral student. I guess probably way back in 2009 was when I first joined. And I've been involved in the organization, as an early career investigator, I guess as a student, as a postdoc, and then an early career investigator, and have taken on various leadership roles during my time. So it means a lot to me. I mean, I feel like I think about this as this is my academic home, and I'm getting the highest honor in that academic home. And it's an international organization. And so this means that I'm being recognized by colleagues both, in the US and around the world for my commitment to research and clinical practice in this area. So it's a big deal. I think, a lot of my leadership in AED has centered around bridging the gap between research and clinical practice. So it's an organization that's a lot of clinicians and then a lot of researchers, but there's not as many people who are doing both. And so I've really tried to kind of bring that lens of like, how do we come up with questions in a clinical space and then research answers to them, and how do we use the research that we do to inform the clinical practice that we engage in, and kind of making sure that those things are moving back and forth and not siloed. And then the other lens that I think I bring that's really unique is the public health and primary care lens, right? A lot of folks who are in AED are in eating disorder specific clinical settings or eating disorder specific research groups where they're really in the weeds around disordered eating behaviors and eating disorders. Whereas I really think about this from like a public health lens, like how is all of the things that we're doing to promote health and well-being for people, how can we transform all of those to be done in a way that's protective against the development of eating disorders? And so I think looking forward, I hope that I continue to lead in both those areas, kind of bridging that gap and then bringing that kind of public health or prevention-based lens to the work of the Academy.